Okay, here we are for a preview of an upcoming Clark auction. This time it's on the Sunday, September the 13th, starting at 12 p.m. That's a different time than last sale. We moved to a Sunday. Previews are for on Friday and Saturday before. Before we go inside the gallery, I've just got to show you this absolutely wonderful, large sculpture. It's by Harry Bertoia. It was done in 1956 for the First National Bank of Miami. Just look at the scale of it with me here. We've actually sold small squares by Bertoia in the 3,000 range. Just look how many. There must be 60 or 70 squares in this. This is an absolutely beautiful piece. We have the documentation on it. It is estimated 80 to 120,000. So those of you collectors, investors, whatever, I would say it's a great bet to hedge the market in this weather. Before we go in, look over here. We've got, I think we're growing root trees here. We're going to go into production soon, but they're also in the sale. Okay, moving into the auction. We're showing this preview early because we have a lot of good stuff and we want you to know nice and early what we have. Just some of the small items here. Here we have a nice pair of antique, what they call lusters, Bohemian glass, nice early ones. Okay, over here from a New Rochelle home, a rare piece. It's got to be 20 inches in height. It's signed Lotz, but what's interesting is it's etched cameo glass. Nice size, and even had a top on it because originally there was a lamp on it. Give you an idea of the sizes there. Here we have another Lotz piece. This is sort of very Tiffany-esque. It's Favril with a nice, rough edge on it. This is signed Lotz. This is in the sale also. From the same estate, we have a pair of Sevres porcelain bronze-mounted lidded urns. As we move further over here, you'll see we've got nice handmade carpets on the floor. We have some beautiful custom furniture. Not the in thing at the moment, but I think these are just particularly nice. This is French style, beautiful serpentine, bomb, nicely lined interior, beautiful carved, beautiful patina. And there's a matching pair of chests here, look, 3-drawer. It even has a little right-out, pull-out on it. So over here we have some nice Asian stuff in the sale. I'm just going to show a few items. I'm copying the other appraisals and putting them on tables in advance. Here we have a nice, probably 19th century earlier pair of porcelain enameled vases. Double circle mark, nice condition, some small little flea bites around the edge. They've got beautiful quality work on them. These came from a Bronxville estate. And here, from a Scarsdale home, a very large charger with dragons on it. Really nice. Beautiful quality work on it. Just flip it over. There's an old label on the back of it. From the same home, we have this cloisonné, wise old man, probably about 10 inches in height. Before we go into the other stuff, we just have a quick look. This is a Famille Noir vase, nice enamel decorated. Base on it. Nice big large size. I would probably say it's about 36 inches or more. Okay, moving into the back room, we have another Steinway in this auction, a black lacquered one. Here's a bronze, a mid-century bronze by an artist called Gerard Koch. Nearly on the rest of the appraisal, we'll get to all that stuff. So moving into the main room, you can see it is loaded, mostly with mid-century, which is good news for us this time. But on the floor here, large, probably about 40 inches. I believe this is Anatoly Guillot, G-Y-L-L-O-T. Beautiful bronze, signed and with the foundry maker on it. Okay, and over here, just came in 2 days ago, is this really beautiful, I believe it's called an Austrian chunk art glass lamp. Art Nouveau in design. Look at the work down there. All the glass seems to be in good shape and all present, so I'd say that lights up very well. Okay, well, there's lots of rugs in the sale. We have this open field, large room size Kerman. We have throw rugs. We have Baccaras. I believe we have Saruks. We have Chinese deco. And over here, of note, we have this absolutely beautiful desk with chair. It's by Louis Margarel. It's signed and dated, I believe, Margarel Nancy. This came out of Christie's in 2000, so it has good provenance. Came from a woman on 74th Street in the city. What a beautiful desk with the bronze mounting on the front of it. Nice to have the chair with the original fabric. It's all documented from the Christie sale. Before I move on in the same vein, not as elaborate, but nice and rare, we have the small 2-tier table signed Gallet, Art Nouveau. Nice rushes and leaves and flowers and the inlay. A little bit faded. This came from a New York picker. In the sale, we have some nice campaign furniture from down in the village in New York. We have this 2-piece campaign chest together with a leather top campaign desk. And from New Rochelle, we have this nice French style Louis XV1 style vitrine, quite heavy bronze mounts on it. It's signed on the back. It's not a French maker, but it is signed somewhere. I believe it was made in England for the market. Moving along, we have Chinese hardwood furniture. We have marble top inset pedestal tables. We have altar tables. And here we have a bit newer than you'd want, but a very nice quality bronze mounted leather top partner's desk. Look at all the bronze mounting on this sort of empire style. Looks like it's nice, custom made, probably from the 40s, late 40s. The chair is matching. Bronze is a bit polished. And below it, we have very nice Art Deco. It looks like it's silk carpet. Nickels. You can see by the sheen on it, it's silk. Anyway, we have a couple of pairs of marble top commodes. We have marble top end tables. We have lots of chandeliers. We have Kittinger furniture. We have Horner desks. And look at this, we have this, I grabbed this before Nelia does it, but it's by Jonah Kynigstein. It's a 3-panel screen. Look at the size, I'm 6'2", so it's probably about 6'6". Looks like it's brass mounted, double-sided. I would imagine with the light up against this is a wonderful piece. We've actually sold paintings by him, never something of this elaborate in size, but it's beautiful. In the sale, we have these 2 ship's binnacles, good for Larchmont and New Rochelle. We're on the water here, so we have 2 of these. They look like they're in pretty good shape. Selling individually. Here we have a very heavy-duty doré bronze and crystal skeleton chandelier. This came from the same woman as all the Chinese porcelains. Really good quality chandelier. Over here we've got Regency furniture. We've got Georgian leather top steps. I'm going to get you through because the place is a bit of a quagmire at the moment because we're getting ready for the setup. We have a Tiffany tall case clock over there with moon phase on it. We have some more porcelains. We have Wedgwood. We have a very nice set of Lalique. It's stemware together with a jug. A lot of it, some of it very slightly as is, but I'll just give you an idea of a look at it. It's Lalique France, that's the jug, and then we have lots of, look, the whole grouping of stemware. We have Baccarat, we have Royal Worcester, we have this Dresden, mixture of Dresden and other German porcelain. It's what they call the Monkey Music Band. We've got Sebs. Too much more for me to mention and bore you to death. We have Louis Vuitton trunks. We're going to have all these books, which are great books. We're going to put them into lots. And I will see you on September the 13th. And with that, I will hand you over to Nelia. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. What a sale we have to kick off the autumn auction season. I'm going to start here with an oil on canvas by Isaac Holtz. Here we have a Sukkot scene. You can see all of the Orthodox Jews outside celebrating. This was done in 1968. It's signed down here in the corner, also signed and titled on the back, and done in New York. So it's also an iconic New York scene of the 1960s. This is out of a local Scarsdale, New York home and is estimated at $10,000 to $15,000. The next piece I want to show you came out of the Tony Shafrazi Gallery in New York. This is by Michael Ray Charles. And he's known for his very satirical paintings that address stereotypes, racial stereotypes, and often use common everyday objects in advertising and how it's reinforced through these means. So here we have US NBA Choice Pick. This is an acrylic with also a copper penny, which is the artist's signature. And he uses it as a signature sort of as a token to represent tokenism that's often experienced by many minorities in this country. So there's a lot of underlying imagery here. Gallery label on the back. This important painting is estimated at $6,000 to $9,000. The next work I want to show you actually comes from the same collector in Scarsdale. It's this very large oil on canvas. This is by Susan Rothenberg. This was originally purchased at the Sperone Westwater Gallery, also in New York. And I'm sure the consignor paid a significant price for it then in the 1980s. Susan Rothenberg's career really kicked off in the 1970s with her more figurative paintings when abstraction was really dominant in the art scene. But she started creating these horse paintings. That's what she was known for. Here, of course, we have a more expressionist work. This one is called Orange Flash Juggler, done in 1987. So we see the figure here. We see the movement of the balls that he's juggling as they go through the canvas. Nice large work. This is estimated at $60,000 to $80,000. Next, I want to show you a work by March Avery. This is a small little oil This is, well, small comparatively. This is a mother and son. This I just picked up on Monday morning in a Bayshore, New York estate. And March, of course, Milton Avery's daughter. This was done in 1981. You can see she uses a lot of the same feelings he does, large, big, bold blocks of color, but still a softness there. This is estimated at $2,000 to $3,000, and we do have the original receipt with this work. Next, I want to show you a photography piece. This is by Loretta Lux, a contemporary German artist. We have an Ilfochrome print on paper. This was done in 2005. It's called The Green Room. And it's very typical of her work, where you see these almost very detached children that are sort of classicized in the way that they're represented. There's a narrative, yet there's also sort of surrealist, ambiguous quality here. So very evocative works. There's a signature on the back. This is from an edition of just 7, so very low edition. I believe there were some artist proofs as well. This is estimated at $12,000 to $18,000. I showed you one piece of African American art by Michael Ray Charles, but I would like to show you another grouping that came out of a Harlem home, and actually a man who's been living in Harlem since the 1950s. This is a work by Dinga McCannon. She's a lesser known artist, but really beautiful, bright, colorful imagery from the 1970s. This one is signed down here in the lower right corner. She has exhibited, we have about 4 or 5 pieces by Dinga McCannon. Some of them do have gallery labels on the back. Really nice works, worth checking out on the internet. The next work I want to show you is by Leroy Neiman, of course known for his iconic images of athletes and celebrities, also animals. This one here is an Epsom jockey. So here we have a signature down here from 1960, so done in Surrey, England. Unfortunately, a small bit of water staining, but hopefully that doesn't bother somebody, because it is kind of a gouache with a light watercolor feel. This is out of a home in Chinatown, actually, estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. Next to it up top is an oil on board. This is by Michael Coleman, and he was a Utah-born artist. He's one of the preeminent Southwestern American painters, very much influenced by the Hudson River School, is 20th century, but you can see he's still using fine attention to detail and expansive landscapes, beautiful rainbow overlooking this valley encampment. So this is estimated at $3,000 to $5,000. 2 outstanding old master paintings came out of a home in Carmel, New York. It was a large estate. So here's one. This is after a painting by Jan Davids de Heem. De Heem was a Dutch 17th century artist. This could be a late 17th or even early 18th century copy. It has been fully restored, but it's really a very, very fine quality. So many fabulous elements here. We've got the beautiful parrot leaning down, scoping out the banquet scene. I love the ham, the details on the ham, the fattiness you can see, plate of oysters here, and just a very large, impressive painting. This work is estimated at $4,000 to $6,000. Here we have an oil on canvas by the French 20th century artist Jean Paul. This work is a Montmartre painting. We have a bicyclist here going down the streets of Paris. The one unfortunate condition with this piece is the bottom 5 inches was exposed to water, so we have a significant amount of flaking along the bottom, but it's really an impressive canvas. Great color, line, form, just as Jean Paul's known for. So this is modestly estimated at $2,000 to $4,000. We hope somebody will take some care of it and fix it. We do have some of the paint fragments here. We have 4 lots by the contemporary English artist Richard Smith. This perhaps being the most important work. This is an acrylic on canvas incorporating strings and rods. So you can see he was very much inspired by the minimalists, and that's what we have here, a focus on shape, form, interaction of texture. And this is actually done using tent manufacturing materials, which was something that Richard Smith was focused on in the 1970s. We have a gallery label on the back of this work. It's a bit dirty because actually all of these pieces had been kept in storage for the last 10 or more years. This work is estimated at $3,000 to $5,000, but we also have 2 watercolors and mixed medias and 2 lithographs as well that you should look on our online catalog for. Here we have the other great old master that came out of the Carmel estate. This is a depiction of the Greek myth of Argus and Mercury. So here we have the Mercury figure with the winged helmet, and he's lulling Argus, the watchman, to sleep with his pipe. in a landscape. And here we have Io, a river nymph that was turned into a cow in the background. Some wonderful details in the landscape, but really a masterful depiction of figure and form here, especially in the Mercury figure. So really, really beautifully done. This also could be as early as late 18th or early in 18th century as well. Fully restored, wonderful work, also estimated at 4,000 to 6,000. I want to show you another piece from our African American collection this sale. This is a mixed media on canvas. It's an acrylic with map fragments, and this is by African American artist Russ Thompson. He was actually Jamaican born, and this work is called Model with Route 9W Fragments. It was purchased in 1973 by the same Harlem, New York collector, and this actually depicts Princess Elizabeth Bagaya of Toro, who was an African princess turned fashion model. So here she is, the figure in the forefront, and then we have a nice abstract sort of landscape with all of these map pieces in the background. Nice large painting. This was exhibited also at the New York Cultural Center in 1973 in an exhibition called Blacks USA. We do have the original label on the back and the original receipt for the painting. I believe the consignor paid as much as $2,000 for it in the 1970s. So it's being offered here with a $3,000 to $5,000 estimate. Thompson was very active in Harlem in the 1970s. His work can be seen in the Brooklyn Museum as well as the Museum of Modern Art. Last and certainly not least, we have a bronze figure by Zhu Ming, one of the most prominent Taiwanese contemporary sculptors. Here we have a Tai Chi series figure, and this series of Tai Chi action poses is really what brought Zhu Ming to fame in the 1980s. This is what we think is the push figure. This was done in 1984. We do have a signature on the back foot, and it's from a very low edition of 3. What's beautiful about Zhu Ming's work is not only the movement he has, even with these very bulky abstract figures, but he's also able to take classic elements of Chinese and Asian culture and incorporate them in a very modern, relatable way. So this is one of my favorite pieces in the sale. It has a gorgeous patina. This came out of a Long Island estate. The decedent actually traveled to Hong Kong, had many Chinese friends, and traveled back and forth in the 1980s. It's believed she probably bought this there. This work is estimated at $80,000 to $100,000. Please take a look online for more of the art coming up in the September sale, and here's Keen. Thank you.
Thank you, Nelia. We have such a great and diverse collection of mid-century that I'll give you a general overview, but I do suggest you check out the full catalog on the website. So I'll start right here in the gallery with a beautiful, beautiful early Florence Knoll 3-seat sofa, armless sofa with the chrome base. No tag on the underside, probably because it was reupholstered, but it is in great vintage condition with a nice neutral color. Dealers, you don't have to reupholster it, sell it as is. It's in beautiful condition. On either side of that are two Jules Lelou side tables, great French deco side tables, and a nice blonde wood, very simple lines, inset glass top, beautiful pair of tables there. Another recognizable, this is one of my favorite lots in the sale in terms of cabinetry and storage, is a 2-piece Dunbar, Edward Wormley for Dunbar, sliding front, woven front server, interior drawers, great vintage condition. Dunbar label on the back of the other one, nice dark finish with the recessed base. This is the 2-door and 2-drawer. Over here you see the matching. This will be the second cabinet in the set that will be sold together as one lot. Gorgeous, gorgeous piece here. That is next to a beautiful Heltborg table and a set of 6 Eric Buck dining chairs, rosewood chairs, nice vintage leather, orange upholstery. A little sun faded on the rosewood to some of them. You can see this one in particular has a little bit of brightness to it, but a gorgeous set, nice vintage set from a Scarsdale estate. Just in today, as a matter of fact, is another very early set of Edward Wormley for Dunbar chests. These are 3-drawer over 4-drawer with a recessed leather wrapped base. Nice old Dunbar paper label to the back rather than the Dunbar drawer interior label. Great set. Was reportedly purchased in the late 40s from Dunbar directly by the consignor's parents. slight scratching and wear from use that you could assume was from age and use in the home, but otherwise in really good condition. This in the center is a set of Donaldeschi, more deco that we have. This is a Donaldeschi high chest, 2 drawers, no interior shelves, although at one point it did have them. Great for a smaller TV, office, something like that. But there is a low chest, another sideboard, a dining room table. It's a full set of the Donaldeschi. Great finish on this, slight chipping, a little bit of veneer losses to some of them, but also to be expected from age. We have many, many more items. And this right here is another one of my favorite storage pieces in the set. This is a set of 2, although not matching pair, very similar Gilbert Rode cabinet. This is a 3-door with interior drawers on legs. Nice big brass pulls on the front of that, gorgeous condition. That will be lotted with not this centerpiece, which will go by itself, also Gilbert Rode, a china closet, but this piece right here, which is another recessed base. This has a nice leather studded and wrapped recessed base. This is a 2-door interior shelving, also great finish. I think we do have the glass, matching glass top for one of the concave pieces there. Here's another piece that recently came in that I'm excited about. It is a Bertha Schaefer case piece for Singer & Sons, nice M. Singer & Sons label to the drawer interior. And quite obviously a Bertha Schaefer with the flanking doors on the 4 drawers, nice brass hinges there. What is unique and possibly custom about this piece is the matching brass piece on the bottom, a nice base with the legs and stretcher. That's not something that you normally see for this piece in particular. You usually see a top shelf with the angled legs on either side that are mounted. So this could be a custom piece ordered or it could be a later base, but I see no evidence of the more recognizable shelf and side leg design. So an interesting piece, something that I'll be keeping a close eye on. Over here are 2 other pieces. We do have individual videos for these 2 pieces because they are pretty special in this sale. I do suggest you check out our YouTube channel to see these videos in particular. That's the Hans Wegner flag halyard chair, 1952, early one. This is a possible prototype Roche-Beaubois chair, unidentified as of right now. If anyone knows, please let me know. This was purchased out of a showroom window in 1982 in New York City, and could be any one number of the designers from Roche-Beaubois. Very special piece here. These are 2 Deco armchairs, beautiful pair. This is an unmarked bird's eye maple top, 2-tone coffee table. Great lacquer work on this. This is just a great match set, nice dimension to the top. Nice coloring, beautiful, beautiful piece of maple there. Also, from the same estate as those deco pieces is one of my favorite chairs in the sale. Although slightly more contemporary, this is an Italian-made Jamie Trocera lounge chair and ottoman. Needs a little bit of cleaning on the removable fabric, but also a very comfortable, very deco style piece. Great modern feel to it, and just a really nice lounge, comfortable chair that I hope and I think will do pretty well in the sale. Have several side tables that are really important. These just came in yesterday, and I'm very excited to have these. A pretty rare pair of pyramid form Paul Evans tables. This one has the loose top, and you can see the Paul Evans signature. Great signature there, nice thin slate top, gorgeous, gorgeous gilding, mixed metal bases. These should do very well. Something that you don't normally see in this type of form from Paul Evans. Also, in side tables, a nice set of R&Y Agostini, more contemporary as well. There's the other one in the snakeskin, just a great modernist feel to them. And beautiful, beautiful side tables, great design, more modern and contemporary, like I said. Those are on either side of a vintage Harvey Prober tufted sofa. This has the, if you want to turn right around to your left there, has the cube coffee table, also by Harvey Prober, that serves as a corner piece or it serves as an intermediary piece. If you see our catalog on the website, you can see that it's set up as a linear sofa, although it does have this piece over here that could either serve as an extension to a linear sofa, or it can be put at an angle to make a more sectional feel depending on the size and the type of room that you have. Here are another set of deco chairs that I absolutely love. These have a great mid-century feel, although they are of the delicate lines that you see more in deco. These are by Charles René Lanal, and they are marked on the underside of them, great blonde wood. This beautiful exterior line to the arm in the light wood, just a great signifier of classic and high craftsmanship design. The French deco in this period, especially transitional and slightly later, is just gorgeous in my opinion, and I think fits into a variety of designs. This is another piece that unfortunately, in full disclosure, has some repairs to the underside from where there was several splits, but it is beautifully repaired and not evidenced when you sit at it or look at it. No structural conditions to it as well, but a Peter Lustig desk, Danish design, has an exterior back shelving. This has a beautiful drop down bar. Rosewood is kind of a nice special treat on the inside with the etched glass. Two camera chandeliers in different forms, one 2-tier, well slightly 3-tier, but nice circular one here. Here's a nice larger, more recognizable one with beautifully long, elongated crystals, nice spiral design there. And my favorite piece, and probably the most popular in the sale, is this gorgeous, gorgeous, and near perfect condition Tommy Parzinger 6-light chandelier for Parzinger Originals. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. Sometimes you see this in a different finish, but this brass is absolutely magnificent. It's a larger size than what it appears to be. Probably has a 18-inch wingspan or so. Diameter is really nice. Very stunning, subtle, great mid-century piece from Tommy Parzinger. These pieces here also just came in. We got a lot of new recent additions, so I would say check out the website to see everything, but these are a pair of Rob's John Gibbings slipper chairs. We had a set of these that did pretty well. These are in the more desirable design with the attached backrest. Although the upholstery does not match, they need to be upholstered anyway, so it's the frames that really count, and the frames are in great condition. This one seems to be refinished or is just in slightly better condition. That one has some scratching and some dulling, but together they make a gorgeous, gorgeous pair of chairs. Here's another one that came in from the same estate, a single with a slat back, unmarked. Also has some upholstery issues, although the cushions are still pretty forgiving. They do need a little bit of work, but the frame again is in great condition. I'll finish off here and with a bronze planter, a gorgeous bronze planter, possibly Asian, but has a great modernist feel to it, and just incredibly heavy, incredibly beautiful shape and size, and is really stunning. So that being said, I'm going to shoot you over to Andrew. He will show you the remainder of the items, but please stop in on the 13th for the sale, and I'll hope to see you there. Thanks.
Thank you, Keen. I have a brief selection of jewelry here across all our price ranges. There's something for a discriminating buyer in just about every price range in our sale this time. This is merely the literal tip of the iceberg in jewelry. We have probably almost 50 lots now, and we're still 2 weeks from sale time, so we have plenty of items. First item is a beautiful, beautiful strand of unstrung jade beads. These are in with an estimate of $300 to $500. As you can see, those are quite large. Beautiful color on the jade. They just need a little bit of attention on a Chinese silver original clasp. Beautiful, beautiful, straight from an estate. Then we have this beautiful carved white jade suite. You only see one earring here. The homeowner has promised me she's going to find the other earring and bring it to me before sale time. Beautiful white jade, Chinese silver mounts, estate fresh, ready to go. $400 to $600 for this suite. Next is this Ilias Lalunis Greek 18-karat gold pair of earrings. Estate fresh again. Here to be sold with an estimate of $1,000 to $1,500. I would imagine retail, these are between $3,000 and $5,000. Do a little homework on these. Another beautiful estate piece, this 14-karat white gold diamond and emerald ring. I've not had the emerald officially appraised yet. I believe that to be a natural emerald. beautiful estate piece at $2,000 to $3,000. Nice size, nice scale on the wrist. Vintage piece here. Jack Gutschneider, who you may know as JG Jewelry, signed lion head bracelet. Big scale on that, big and chunky on the wrist, very showy. $2,000 to $3,000 on that. And finally, in our jewelry category, I have this outstanding Buccellati gold and diamond ladies cuff bracelet. This is in at $12,000 to $15,000. It's a beautiful cuff bracelet, all satin brushed. All the goods are beautiful color and clarity. That is a real home run of a bracelet ready to wear. But wait, there's more. I've decided to show you a few of our drinkable bottles of scotch from our upcoming sale. There are more bottles of cognac that I'm not showing here. There are a few more bottles of scotch that I'm not showing here, but just some highlights from our collection. We have two of the highly collectible Erte decanters. These are in at $300 to $500 for the pair. I have a very drinkable 31-year-old Bowmore in this little decanter here, which incidentally is a high quality crystal and sterling silver decanter. And with that lot, you get a sort of free bottle of Martel d'Or. My favorite lot of the scotches, two bottles of the Macallan 25-year anniversary in the wood boxes, sealed, no ullage whatsoever. Beautiful, beautiful drinking whiskey at this point. And a bottle of the 1874, which I've not had the pleasure of trying, but I hope to. And we also have a great bottle of the A&E D'Or Reserve number 10. This is the Limité. I believe this is from a 1922 cask. I could be wrong about that. You guys would know better than I. It's in a Down Nancy crystal flask for use after you're done with the goods, and that's in at $600 to $800. So just a few of our bottles of scotch and cognac from our upcoming sale on September 13th. Hope to see you there.